This is Henry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
He's up to about the 47-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
And the Titans first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Counter, it's Henry. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Brings up 4th down.
Coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. He's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That was Tannehill off the bootleg, out to his left. He finds Humphries, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Adam Humphries, 30 yards, and the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
At the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
46-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Robbie Anderson. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10. At their own 22.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A shotgun handoff to Henry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Again, it's Henry. Up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats show him reaching at a top speed of 20 miles an hour.
Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll run with McCaffrey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Desmond King making the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. On the run, this will be Anderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. I'll tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Curtis Samuel there to make the grab. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Panthers 17, Titans 14. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The
Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd and 6, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. 3rd down here.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
And he'll only get a couple here, and that'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have time to talk things over as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Today. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw. They'll roll him out right. They'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.